Hey there, everybody. Welcome back. My name is Joyce, and this is Full Circle with Joyce. I'm here with Benjamin Zulu, and we're talking about relationships, and specifically if age actually does matter. Everything from an age gap to if he's older, if she's older. What does it actually do to a relationship? How does it affect it? We've already discussed a few things, but let's just pick up from where we were. And Benjamin, now, of course, you've highlighted some of the different challenges that come with, one partner being much older than the other. And beyond the sexual aspects of it, of course, you've mentioned how people think. There's no sort of common thing that they can relate to in their past. But I especially want to explore this idea of father figure, mother figure in the relationship and just how warped really that is. That can be very damaging.
Do you know, Joyce, there's a case I'm handling currently of an abusive father. From the time the girl was born, the father said, "You're not my daughter, you're not as beautiful as the rest of them. In fact, your father is that guy in the village, somebody."
Wow.
And from young age, he discriminated against her. I would buy other kids things, but leave out. Go get it from your father. So if those who grew up with a father abuse can grow up to recapture that. I want to warn, some people marry a person who is way older than them because of an unresolved childhood problem with their parent. Okay? You want to make sure that, and Joyce, I need to repeat to those who grew up in an abusive parent, your first work is not to date anyone, it's to heal. The moment you're out of that parent's roof, the moment you get your first diploma or anything that you can get some money, get a small house for yourself and attend therapy. Learn, equip yourself, because you are tilted. Emotionally, you are not balanced. You are being attracted to people who recompensate what you think you deserved.
Right.
So this girl went on to marry another way older guy who was as abusive as a father. I've seen men who, for having unfinished business as a mother, they go on to marry another mother figure. And I want to warn girls, my firstborn daughters again, I want to touch on you again. Some of you, for having played mother so much, you marry guys who are way younger, they see a mother in you.
Oh, lolo.
Joyce, can I announce this? If a girl is earning more and if she's paying the bills when they're starting life and she's hoping that the guy will catch up, you're dreaming.
Jipange.
It matters how things start, Joyce.
Yeah. Absolutely. Always does.
And we're not saying that it's every. There's some people who start in the girls' band eventually, but those are so few. Most guys, the pattern you set becomes what you live with. And I've seen so many girls who are so responsible, they don't know how to ask. One problem with the responsible girls, they don't know how to ask for to be taken. I mean, their default is giving. So they end up being training. And there's a saying we always say that those people always holding others are the ones who need to be held the most. But they are not taught how to ask to be held, to be supported, to be. So if you have a parental gap, you sense that there's something you grew up abnormal in. Start by healing, not by dating.
Okay. Well, let me get to some questions now. Someone here is saying, I'm 21 and he's turning 37 this year, 16-year age gap. We're married.
I don't know whether
Okay.
I have. Okay.
What should I expect? Well, wow, you're married at 21.
That's what I say. I don't know whether I have a comment. You're asking the wrong question, my dear.
That's Anne from Kikuyu.
Girls, I repeat, stop marrying under 25. You don't know where you're going in life yet.
I mean, 21 is young.
That's
really
Is
young.
marriage your calling in life? Were you born to get married? There's another thing you have to do. Develop your potential. Know what you're born to do. Develop your capacity. You see, if he marries you as an innocent, naive girl, he might expect you to remain that way for life.
But is there something about people who are... Because back in the day, Benjamin looks like he's about to need an airbag.
The reason we are that world,
I didn't
Joyce.
even get
The
to
reason
ask
we
my
are
question.
the reason we are that world, Joyce, is because we have wastage of potential.
Can I ask my question?
Okay, please ask.
My question is there something about... I once heard that we tend to marry sort of almost within the same age range as our parents. And back in the day, most of our parents, they would get married really, really young. And so they sort of encourage it as they raise
In
you.
fact, they're the ones who planted the idea that go to the university, get a man and a degree.
Right. So for because of that reason, I mean, maybe some people are coming from that place, because I know many people who.
And we are transferring a philosophy of failure, Joyce.
Okay.
Most of those parents never achieved their dreams. That's why we have so few masters in that age. We never had women who impacted society. They were really reduced to being a mother and a wife, and that's all. The best job they could do is a P1 teacher. They were not allowed to work. They were not allowed to dream and take off. Most women who became anything, and I told you that they had to divorce, had to break them, or stay unmarried to become anything, because society was so. So if you want to continue marrying at the age they married, you will inherit what they inherited. That is wastage of their dreams.
Well, okay. We're going to park that one there. Anne from Kikuyu, I hope that answers your question. Sam from Mombasa says, love has no age limit. Some people are old at 18 and some are young at 80.
Go on experimenting. We also need a few guinea pigs, Joyce. I don't want everybody to agree with us. Let people go opposite, and we have illustrations. So go on with it to believe, no problem.
Okay. Wow. Someone here says, my uncle who's 40 is dating a woman who's 15 years younger than him. They enjoy each other's company and love and respect each other very much, but it feels off to me. Can a relationship with such a huge age gap be truly healthy and long-lasting?
Mind your own business. This is your uncle. Why are you asking us to gossip? They did not ask you for help. Did they send you to us? Please. Are you so idle? Go back to work.
Wow. Benjamin, what's happening?
No, stop being nosy. Why are you snooping to people's relationships? I want a person to ask about their own relationship.
True.
Don't come here to gossip your uncle. That's the kind of gossip family politics we said we don't want. Keep busy.
Okay, someone here has a question. Mary has a question. Is it okay to be in a relationship with someone who's the same age as yours?
Yeah, it is. As long as both of you are mature and you're connecting, that's okay. It's even ideal. You're experiencing life almost at the same time. The problem is...
Provided the guy is 30.
Mature. Because... Thank you. Provided you can think alike. You're not talking both of you being 24. That's stupidity. I don't entertain it.
Yeah.
Both of you being 23. Or even both of you being 25 or 26. I want, if you're both age, both of you maybe you're 30, both of you are 21. And I tell ladies, most of the times you moved faster than your guy colleagues. Most of the times.
Someone here is saying, good morning, Joyce. Looking great as always. Thank you for that. You say your name is Jay and you have a question about relationships. You're dating a woman who is 8 years older than you. She has a child, but the husband died. Please advise.
If you both of you are connecting, I don't see a problem with it. But as long as you yourself are mature, you know what you're dealing with, you don't date this woman, then later start regretting that you did not do some things. Is you're sober what you're doing, go on, man. That's okay.
Okay. Someone here is saying, relating well with the discussion, I got married at 23 to a 29-year-old, tried for 15 years to make it work, but left due to irreconcilable differences and violence.
But I knew it. I knew it.
Are there men who never mature? So both of them are sort of under the age band that you...
Exactly.
And look, guys, because I know people will say, oh, I know someone... They tried for 15 years. That's not a small investment.
And how many years do you waste between 23 to 38? Trying a thing and in and out and then starting afresh at 13, taking 2 years to 40. Do you have eternity to live? One lady texted me this morning. Been dating this guy 8 years. He has never made anything official. We have this for your baby. I moved in. Do you have eternity to live donating 80 years to one fella?
Wow.
Dating is not a goal. No company says we are budgeting for interviews for how many millions this year. We are doing interviews only. No. We only interview to get a candidate to work there. So you only date to find a mate when you're ready to marry.
Yeah. Hey, okay. Now, what is the right age to marry? And I know we've talked about our numbers as far as dating, but someone here is saying, I agree that past 30 is the best age for a man. But on the other hand, I think if a man is financially stable at 25, he can marry.
Is he mentally
That's
ready?
Tracio from Nyeri.
So
is it
a
about
guy talking or a lady?
finances?
Is it
It's
a
a
guy talking or a
lady.
lady?
I think Tracio. I think it's
Let
a
me
lady.
repeat this. Men have an exploration period I call wild period. From the time they leave campus, they get their first job, explore. They're moving with a group of boys and band of boys and party after party and riding and driving Subaru and wild life. And the church group is preaching crusade after occasion. And the fire. They're rebuking sisters and sister that's cut petrol. So there's a wild age. Is he exempted? In fact, many men by getting money that early in life, they become so wild and restless. What will you use to tame him?
No, but also I think it's a very false, superficial assumption to believe that financial stability is what gives someone maturity or competence in a relationship. It will never do that. And money, things change.
Exactly.
They could lose that money the following year.
Exactly.
So don't base anything on money, guys. It's important. The real question is, what is their work ethic? That is how they're going to make the money. But don't be counting on it as financial stability.
It's the character that stays. I'm working with the pre-25s and I'm picking those who are doing good things and highlighting their stories. And one of them is a boy. The girl is 18, she plays a cello, she plays very well. There's a boy is 21 running businesses and he drinks. Then the guy says, I don't think drinking is bad. My friend's drinking, so running that. It's too early to conclude the effect of drinking on his life. Yeah. Maybe he will soon ruin his own life. At pre-25, drugs get so ingrained in your system, you get so addicted, you might struggle with it for the rest of your life.
Okay. I want to ask you another question here. And so it's sort of a two-part. On the one hand is, if someone is 23 right now, are you saying, and they're dating, are you saying they shouldn't even be dating until they're 25?
Because there are things about you which you cannot see.
So they break up?
Joyce, if you pick a mate, even if you pick, you say we shall marry at 27, but you picked them at 23, you just transferred the same mistake. One day you wake up to realize you didn't know this about you.
So you're just delaying the wedding day, but the issues are still underlying.
Exactly. And they told me, if they call me and the bride is 25 on the wedding day, I know they picked each other prematurely.
Okay.
They wake up and realize, they tell me the love disappeared. This girl was 23, I tell her, one day you wake up, the love disappeared.
Okay.
So that's a good point. Infatuation.
It's not about just saying, okay, let's wait until we're 25 to get married.
At what age did you pick? Another thing, we are not saying to sit there and wait. Go learn, develop yourself, master who you're supposed to become, know yourself more, study, do personality test, develop your skills, try things, explore. There's a period of exploration. If you skip it, you regret it.
Okay. How long should people date for then? So say they're now within the proper bounds. Someone's 25, the lady's 25, the guy is 30. Is there a point that you're dating too long?
Yes, I say people, 2 years, past 2 years is too long. You don't know what you're doing.
2 years?
Yes, that's too far.
You know, there are people who are dating for 5 years.
Because they don't know. I've never understood what you're doing, by the way. Time. You're wasting life. Life is made of time. Operate with a sense of urgency. Your years of energy, let's repeat, only 30. 30 to 60. That's the time you have strength to make an impact in the world, to rear your children, to organize your life. Below that, you don't have enough competence or connections to make an impact. Past 60, you are delicate. You got to where they call you geriatric patient. They test everything. Even if you came because of flu, they check your liver. They can put you on a drip before they check your esophagus. So you only have a few short, because they have lost sense of the times in life. And another thing, prolonged too long because they knew it is going nowhere and they're prolonging the goodbye. They're too afraid.
And honestly, if that, I just find that so unfair. Like, if you know you're not going to take this relationship anywhere, leave that person,
exactly.
You know, and allow them to, mercifully.
Conduct euthanasia. Mercifully put the relationship to rest, knowing it has no future.
It's not fair. It's not fair to the person at all.
Yeah.